Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and thank you for joining Edith Tadi Bahaya. Let's get to the business of the day. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about marriage. You know, to some people, there are marriage that is filled with milk and honey, while to some, they believe that there is no marriage that is free from discrepancies. We wish to hear your view on this. But before then, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys, and today we have in our midst Mr.
My name is Adele Kayode.
Okay, but we have Mrs. Olosahua here, Miss Khadija,
Yeah.
CEO,
Adi and Kiss Collection.
So what are we going to be dealing with first? What do you have to say, Mr. K? Marriage that is free from problems, or you think that that all marriages have their own challenges?
Okay, let me start like this. I'll be speaking from a point of, I'm not married yet, so I'll be speaking from a single point of view. First of all, I would like to tell you categorically that there is no perfect marriage. There is no marriage without tribulation. Every marriage has its own tribulation. But everyone can come outside and tell you, can present themselves to you like marriage is perfect. No, marriage is not perfect. I'm just saying it from someone who has observed people. I have observed my parents who has been married for like 33 to 40 years.
Wow.
Yes. They have been married for 33 or 40 years. And I can tell you categorically that these people fight. They quarrel, they fight, and they settle. The one thing about marriage that people don't understand is it is a union between two people. People who are emotionally intelligent, people who have the idea of relationship. It is not perfection. The idea that
people who are ready to tolerate each other, people who are ready to make things
somebody
work.
who can tolerate the other person.
Exactly.
That is what marriage is all about. It is not perfection. That perfection is an illusion. People
that is inside in our mindsets.
Yes. People present that illusion of perfection to the public, probably because they want to protect a particular part of their life. And you can see this in the lives of pastors and some other people with high class, that they want to present their marriage to their followers, or to present, so that a cleric will present himself or his marriage as perfect, because he would want something to preach to his followers.
Exactly.
Yes. If my own marriage, if I am a cleric and my marriage is not perfect, if my followers deem me feel my marriage is not perfect, they will not listen to me when I'm talking about marriage.
Yeah.
So that's why some clerics try to present themselves as perfect. I believe that's just it. So no marriage is perfect. No marriage at all.
Thank you. Let's hear your view on this.
I don't think there is no perfect marriage. The two people are just trying to cohabit together. Because I'm a victim of a single mother, and I've experienced what marriage is really all about before. I didn't taste the good aspect of marriage. But for the fact that I didn't taste the good aspect of marriage doesn't mean every other marriage is bitter. There's still a good and great marriage, but there is no perfect marriage. But it depends on how the both parties can tolerate each other. And marriage is all about sacrifice. It's all about sacrifice. If you are ready to tolerate this very person, to cohabit with the person, maybe it will work, but there's no perfection in marriage. And social media have took us to a path that is deviating us from what we are not supposed to dwell on. Like a lot of people come online, it's just to showcase their marriage and what a husband and wife is all about. But a perfect marriage doesn't even make it to social media.
Yes.
So coming online and kiss your hobby, do this and do that. Even those are the people that even experience a bad marriage. Because for example, I won't mention a name. There was this couple like 4-5 months ago. They got divorced and I was surprised because they are always,
because of the way they
portray, yes, always online, portray, do kiss, gifting themselves a very massive stuff.
Wow.
I was like, what? If you don't understand and you're like, okay, why is my own life not perfect? Exactly. You actually going to fault your own husband or your wife that look at these people, look at mine is bad.
It brings comparison.
Your own is okay the way it is. At the long run, the marriage crashed and the truth will come out. The truth came out was like, we're just showing off ourselves. Wow. This is all the thing I'm showing that my husband bought for me. I was the one that actually bought it for myself. It wasn't my husband. We just tried to. But you will see so many youths on social media envying that I wish I have a husband like this. I wish mine is like this. But look at what you are envying. It just crashed that. It came to social media again when everything happened like that.
Actually, so it has to be like those people who were aware of the beautiful view they have been presenting on social media will also be aware that they have parted ways in order for them to clear their to create social clarification, so that the both parties can move on with their lives. So what actually led to all of these? Why are people tensed? Why do they feel the need to bring their marital love affair to social media? Why do they always feel that there is need for them to portray the beautiful part of their marriage to the media? Why the media? That is because the media is one place that the youth are learning a lot from.
Yes.
So they are now going into marriage with this projection of what a perfect home should be like based on what the media has projected to them. So every young girl and young boy, the young boy feel that if I get married, I am going to lavish money on my wife. We're going to be going on tour and all of that. Then the young girl feel that marriage is all about my husband giving me breakfast on bed. When we quarrel, he's going to tell me he's sorry and apologize with some bunch of money and flowers, because these are what the media has been projecting to them. To even make the whole thing worse now is that this whole thing about marital abuse is what is now trending for the past 2 to 3 years. Marital abuse is trending so much on social media now that when you now talk to single girls or single boys, like, what are your plans? Like, hey, I'm not ready, with all this thing that is happening, beating everywhere, people are killing their husband, poisoning because of cheating and all of that. So the media has actually influenced us negatively. Yeah. Because from what I know, I get to understand that all those things that are being projected is not really what is happening in the world there. Yes. Like this person, I've forgotten his name, this guy that hold Bible to do comedy. Hi God, Zola Kate. There was his video that I watched, and he said that if they should calculate the percentage of marriage, let's even limit it to Nigeria, 90% of marriages are perfectly working. He did not say that it's free from problem. They are free from wahala. He is saying that they are making it work. Yes. Unlike what is being projected on social media. Yes. Those people who are always bringing up their own to social media that divorce, marital abuse and all of that, is always going to be like 5 to 10%. And at the end of it, you will observe that most of those things happen to people who want to do like media show. Because it's not all divorce that are being recorded, documented on video. Yeah. It's not all abuse that are being documented on video. We can say, like some of us came from polygamous home, be it that your father is married to more than one or just one. We know that when it comes to verbal, physical abuse, African men, they lead. Most especially men in Nigeria, but some women know how to endure more than the other. You understand? Yeah. So indeed, that is just my support to what you have said. Mr. K, do you have more contribution to make to this?
Marriage is about a 50-50 work between the husband and the wife. It is a shared responsibility. You understand? The husband has something to do, while the wife also has something to contribute. Now, it is a 50-50 workload. The workload is on the husband, same as the wife. Now, if you want to cohabit and stay together as husband and wife, you need to tolerate each other. It is very important. Tolerating each other is very important. For somebody that you have, you decided to cohabit with somebody you met maybe 3 months or 3 years. Imagine your parents. You have been staying with your parents and your family members for a very long time, and you still quarrel. Then you meet a man you want to cohabit with in just 3 or 4 years. There will surely be problems. Yes.
Because these are people from different backgrounds trying to get to know each other.
Different culture. It may even be the same culture, but different background. You understand? Coming together to stay together in one house. You understand? So you need to tolerate each other. That is the most important thing. Now, emotional intelligence is also very important. Emotional intelligence. You understand? Thinking when your wife or your partner needs a certain soothing words. You understand? It is very important. Those things are some of the dynamics of marriage that we seldom discuss. We don't really discuss these issues. We just talk about the sex part, the ceremonial part, especially the ceremonial part where everybody wants to get into marriage, do the ceremony, call the friends, and they come to eat and drink and celebrate.
And you're the one spending,
And you're the one spending. They just come to you.
And they don't even think about what is life after marriage.
After marriage, that's the most important.
The reality of marriage. What awaits them.
People are interested in that pre-wedding picture.
Yes.
The clothes they are going to wear.
They are not prepared for the marriage. They are not even prepared for the marriage itself. Yes. It's more like somebody going to school to study law, but you're not prepared for law itself. You're just going to read the theoretical part of law.
Because you want to put on the law uniform.
You just want to put on the law uniform.
Exactly.
That's one of the wrongdoings I believe we are making. And I when I and my colleague here we were talking outside, I told her about a solution I was thinking about. I don't know if it will work. She told me it won't work, but let me share it. Anyways, I said personally I believe more in relationship, dating. Now getting to know your partner before agreeing to marry. You understand? Know your partner. Like if you are dating, if you are having a relationship with somebody and you are dating, you're not just going there to have sex or eat his food or spend his money. No. You are being intentional about what you want to know. Like you want to know his habit. Is this person, can this person hit a woman? You understand? There are things when you're dating, there are things that will happen.
And to happen, but some guys can hide themselves.
Yes.
Not like my husband, my ex-husband. Throughout our dating, we dated for over 4 years. Yes. I never even thought that he could eat a lady. But during my time in his house, I countless times that he has even carried his blala and flogged me as if I'm a baby.
Wow.
So that kind of thing, some men can hide themselves without revealing the true color of themselves, even during the stay of the courtship.
In support to Mrs. Khadija, I would have seen couples, some people who have spoken to me about their marital life, that told me that they have dated for 10 years. According to the guy, he said, I don't know this about this lady. I have been with this girl for the past 10 years of my life. And just a year into the marriage, that they were married, the marriage will crash. Because marriage is the real reality TV show, right? So that is where reality hits him. The same thing with a woman. The lady will tell you that I have been with this guy for the past 10 to 11 years. I have triggered his anger. I've done this. I've gotten on his nerves. But he has never retaliated in a negative way. He has been this gentle, sweet person. And this attribute in him actually made me to feel that I think it is safe for me to be with this person. And boom, they are in marriage and the whole thing will start showing off. So I don't really think that dating can solve the problem of what awaits one in marriage. Seriously, because who wants to pretend? We pretend like my mom, may God have mercy on her soul. There is something she used to tell me when she realized that men were disturbing me like girls growing up. She would tell you, see, calm down. If it is sex, you will have more than enough sex in marriage and you will fight with your husband over it.
Yes.
Now, so she on that part she has been able to like mentored me to remove sexual mindset from relationship. Then the next thing she goes on telling me was that that if you think you are going to date this guy and build a future with him, before you people come together to enjoy that future, you'll be deceiving yourself.
Yes.
There is no such thing as building a future with a guy because you know yourself,
Yes.
you don't know this guy. Relationship is always about deceit, deception. Two people who are trying every day to like tolerate each other and forgone most of those things, the evil plans you've had earlier. Like a lady will go into a relationship and be like, I know what I want from this guy. When I get it, I'm deleting
Yes.
it.
Yes.
But the guy is not aware.
Yes.
A guy too will be in a relationship for years.
Same.
He have negative plans. He's just waiting for something to
Yes,
keep that thing clean.
Some boyfriend and girlfriend, they are using their girlfriend for ritual.
Exactly.
Yes.
Do you think it's the girl they met in that very day that they do that? I love you too. I can't spend it. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I'm not gonna spend a day without blah blah blah. Bring somebody. Now that girl will be first on the list that they'll sacrifice to make their life better. So you see, this marital topic, we can go endlessly without continuously without still having a solution. What we can tell the youth, I think on my part, I will tell the youth that marriage is a holy matrimony. The holiness there is not that you go and entrust your marriage in the hand of Jesus or in the hand of Allah. It means that it is so holy, like the way they'll give you drugs and they'll tell you use this religiously. Even when you don't want to use it, you have to force yourself to use it. That is what marriage is all about. You have to force yourself to make it work. We are just here talking about the verbal and the physical abuse. There are a trillion things in marriage that you discover that will surprise you. You can be dating a lady or a guy for years and possibly you both had never for once lie down on the same bed all through your dating years. Or possibly you both have not passed the night together before, but a guy can hold himself for you not to know his weaknesses. Same thing with a lady. And boom, maybe you are this kind of person that you get irritated by snore.
Yeah.
When somebody snore, then you get married and your spouse snores a lot. That's another challenge. Some people will look at it that not be just snore. Me too. This thing can affect your mental health.
Sure.
This thing can draw you into depression. It can make you to start looking down on your spouse that, I did not sign up for this. How am I going to tolerate this and all of that? You know, these are the sacrifices that people make.
Yes,
you understand? A lot of things. And the other thing, possibly your spouse sweats a lot. I personally do not like people that sweat too much. It's something natural that we cannot control.
Yes.
But I can't blame maybe a man for sweating way too much. But I don't like it. What if I should get married and my husband is there? Will I divorce him for that?
You tolerate it?
No, you have to tolerate it. As a matter of fact, it will get to a point sweating is sweet.
Yes.
Sweating will become sweet. You know, the love
very
feeling
romantic.
there.
I like the way you sweat.
I like the way you sweat, you know. So now, but you're not going to like the way he sweats if he's also verbally or physically abused.
Yes, abusive. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you look at it as simple as they manage. I'm not going to advise you to start wasting their lives around dating because they want to understand them. If your aim, your reason for dating is because you want to understand your partner first, you will never know that. You will never know your partner.
In addition, something, our youth, especially to the ladies mostly. So when a guy is coming for you for a relationship or marriage, and maybe they came with a car or they came in a bigger way, luxury, but they won't ask what is the essence of the person's money. You understand? It was maybe after marriage, assuming the guy will give you 10,000, 20,000 naira in every visit. So when you get to this guy's house, and maybe after marriage anyway, you are not getting what you really went there for. You understand? Problem will start. Oga, where is all this thing you are giving me? The guy and the boy, they are both faking it. You understand? No, the guy went with another intention. The guy also didn't go with, this is what I have. You didn't show what you actually have. You're actually begging for something to go and show off there. And when you get home, you are not the both people show. They are both fake. So when the real people now show, they start having crisis in that marriage. So assuming we should,
and that is a shameful thing to come back to say to your family, because you actually portray love to your family that make them to give you their blessings. Imagine, how do you want to come back to tell them that my husband don't get money?
So the people, a lot of people, they don't go for love, they just wait for money. And if the money finish, if they are not getting what they want, that is why they didn't actually reason what is life after this marriage. A lot of ladies, most ladies, they're after that pre-wedding pictures. They want to wear that wedding clothes, but they don't know what are you going to. They don't even think about the food they are going to eat after marriage. They don't know how they are going to even bear children.
No, let me make you laugh. I got something. There was this thing I read online that they got married on debt. Like the guy borrowed money to actually marry the lady, and they divorced. After they divorced, the guy is still paying debt. Imagine that your woman is already with another man already, but you're still paying debt. Can you imagine? Why do you have to borrow money to get married?
That's the extent.
Personally, I still maintain my point actually that if you are very intentional, I'm picking my words. If you are very intentional with knowing your partner,
you get the fact that you
get a red flag. You immediately see red flags when you see a partner. If you are very intentional about that partner, that okay, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. Let me study him. You understand? You will get something. It is even better. It is even my
I'll keep obstructing.
It is even better. It is even okay. Now tell me, is it somebody you are intentional about studying and somebody you jump into marriage with? Who is more dangerous? Can you tell me? Who is more dangerous? Somebody you are intentional, you are studying this person, you really want to see what he's doing. The other side of him, you want to see, you want to push it. You are listening to everything he's saying to you. You are listening to his emotion, his way of appreciating you, the way he talks. You are very intentional about that. You study that person, and somebody you just met and you jump into marriage. Which one? You don't know this person. You have a little idea about this other person. Which one is safer?
And I will tell you that maybe somebody you even met 2 months ago can have a good intention.
That's what I'm telling you. Which one is safer? This is you are betting. This is like you are betting. It's a 50-50 chance. Now which other chance is?
I'll say from experience. And from all the facts that I've gathered, that dating is still not safe. I'll maintain my word. Seriously, you don't know what's happening. It's happening.
I understand.
See, you can. That's what I'm saying. That people can put up character. They can put up attitude for years, and you think you have gotten an idea. You know, I think the advice I have for youth, but I'm of the opinion that we should never tell our supposed partner what we want or what we think of an ideal marriage. It actually makes people to keep up a fake attitude. You understand? Most especially if you are coming from a failed relationship already. And based on the experience you have gathered, you now want to open up to the next person. Please, I don't want you to be like this. I don't want you to be like this. This is where I'm coming from. This is where I want to be. And I don't want you giving me this kind of attitude. It's going to trip me off. So they're going to, especially they're already in love with you. Or maybe they are already used to you already. They don't want to go back. They will start putting up
attitude, like
fake attitude.
So
that is why I said a man can fake attitude for 10 years. Because they are ready for this journey, but they are not ready to amend who they are. And they can actually use that 10 years to better their personality, but they will not. Most especially in Africa, where men always have this mindset of, I am the head of the house, I am the head of the house. So they always use that head of house. Head of lizard to rob us in marriage. You understand? So a man who puts up an attitude, you know, men when they love crazily, right? And all these things people say that love does not exist. It does exist. Now man they love past woman in all ramification. That's why you see that sometimes as a man you are seeing the kind of girl your friends are moving with, and you're like, I don't think this girl is good for you, and they will still see beauty in that person that you don't see.
Yes.
So such man now will put up attitude to keep the girl because he is not ready to lose that girl for that particular thing that he is in love with about the girl. Don't ever open up on what you think an ideal marriage should be. It makes everybody to be natural.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. It's.
So that. If I still, you see, personally, me, if I'm in any relationship, there are things I look out for. I am a very simple person. I play a lot. People tend to take advantage of guys especially. Ladies want a guy who is mature, who is manly.
Exactly.
But personally, me as a person, I am not like that. I want to play with you as a partner. If you're my partner, I want to play with you. I want to play the children play with. I want to play that with you.
Yeah.
And if I see that, okay, oh, this person
she's too serious with life.
She's too serious with life. Me, I'm not serious. I will know that, okay, this is a red flag. Shift, I do my own. You understand? So that one has already told me that.
That's
okay,
what I'm saying. That okay, this is what you want. You are a playful person and you want a playful partner. But you don't have to tell a girl that you are a playful person that she should stop being too serious. That is when the fakeness will set in. And a lady, right? Immediately that marriage, that wedding dowry tie you both. The reality will set in. They just feel that maybe we don't have sex now. Most especially if they get pregnant in the process. After I'm pregnant now, he cannot divorce me.
He cannot divorce me, exactly.
So the reality will show. They will even start using that pregnancy
to tie you down.
Aside from tying you down, to display some evil attitude that they know that you don't like, and they will force it on the pregnancy. They will tell you it's pregnancy attitude. The same thing with a man. Immediately they get married to a girl. You know, naturally, there's a mental stress that comes after marriage. Especially that first year of marriage. There's mental stress that couples fight. But a lot of people fake this thing and they will never show it to the media. Just the same way they portray divorce. Mental stress comes with wedding. Immediately you get married. There are a lot of things. Sometimes you even see your spouse and you'll be like, this person is irritating me. How do I take this decision? I've been a jam.
You need to start adjusting.
You understand? So there are reality that start hitting up on you and you're like, now my eye, I can't marry this person. I've been waiting to me. So that is the period where, most especially if a man raises his hands on you once, like Africans will say, he raised it again.
Yes, he will surely do it.
If he raised his hand once, he will raise it again. So don't tell me because he never for once raised his hands while you both were dating, he cannot raise hands in marriage, and now that he raised it, I forgive him, he will not do it again. He will.
So what if somebody you have not dated and it's terrible, and you end up marrying the person and he ends up being really terrible during the
This debate is not about whether you should date or not. It is about what the reality that awaits every individual in marriage. Which means, be it that you date or you don't court, that reality awaits you.
Yes.
The fallacy that we build up in our memory, in our head, on what an ideal marriage should be like, is not the reality, most especially in African homes. Marriage will always be marriage the way Africans have designed marriage to look like. You understand? The part of the marriage I hate most, the part of the African mentality that I hate most is that head of the house. I am not saying that a man is not the head. You understand? Like I used to tell the males in my life, my brothers and everyone, that see, God has already made you head of the house by giving you the title man. You don't need to fight for it. A lot of men use that to rob women a lot. I am the head of the house, so when they talk, whatever they say don't move. And a lot of men have used that thing to destroy the future, the future of their wives. Don't go out. Yes. Don't do this. Don't walk. Don't do this. Stay here. Head of the house is talking. The tail must listen. So they use
Do you know I got divorced because I want to further my education?
Wow.
It's when after giving birth, my baby was 7 months old. So I wanted to further my education for my HND. My husband gave me a divorce. That I'm too desperate to go to school.
And what is wrong with you being desperate to acquire education, to acquire knowledge?
So after the school, I really faced a lot with my kids, and after the school he came back telling me he's sorry for everything, blah blah. After acquiring what he said I shouldn't, and now he's back telling me he's sorry. There's no way I can actually go back to him and start any other life with him.
So you were able to acquire, to achieve. What effect does it have on your life presently, with or without a man?
A lot of things in my life, because with that HND, I know even with the education alone, I've not even gotten a permanent job, But now I've met a lot of people that opportunities. I can actually go with my goods to the office and sell. Mix up with a lot of people. I serve in Federal Housing Authority, and I served 2 years ago, and up to date I'm still going there. You understand? I've met a lot of people. It has created opportunities for me. I see no reason why a man should bondage a woman at home. I don't know what it's all about.
What they
I already have kids. Assuming I don't even have kids, you say maybe it's jealousness, he's scared that maybe someone is good. I already have 2 kids, and the last one is even sucking. So how do you expect me to? I don't
start messing
understand.
around with son.
So you now say we should call it a quit. He gave me a divorce. So after everything, he came back telling me he's sorry and blah blah blah. And in addition, some men, like your do and don't in a relationship, even a lady, you should state it. It's good you should state it. Do you know why? Because this thing also affects. Or like when I was going out with this guy, the day he saw me, I was in a short gown. I didn't even cover my head because I was in a wedding. So I was so attracted to him. And during the courtship, he never complained for once. I'll rub my makeup, wear my trousers. Assuming we discuss it, dear, I don't like this. I can actually sacrifice. I'll amend. If I can't, I'll tell him I can't. And
you should
both go our pet ways. But he just lock up that whatever I'm doing, my social life, everything, he's okay with it. Guess what? When I got to his home, 3 weeks after marriage, he told me no social network. I should leave all social network. You know what? I called my daddy. I was crying. My daddy said, he's the head of the house, we are saying. He's the head of the house. I must abide by his rule.
The tail must obey.
The tail must obey.
The tail don't obey. I obey. After 6 months, I caught him chatting with different women. As in different women saying good morning, my love, my darling. And me, I'm lying down. He has not tell me good morning. He didn't tell me good morning.
And he's chatting with those women on social media. Social media he has banned you from.
Insecurity, because he thought that what he's doing, that is what you also is doing online. You know, that was the day after 6 months I quitted that social media. I now downloaded that. If that is what you are doing, that is not what I'm doing. So I now downloaded it, and he don't even have a say to it because I caught him red-handed. He don't have a say to it. At a point, he knew I love makeup. He said no makeup and no trouser. Where will I start my life from? This is the thing I cherish most, and you are stopping me from it. You don't even have a replacement for it. You are stopping me permanently from don't do this, and that is fine now. You understand? And
these are the things that cause problem in marriage.
So depressed.
And you know the funny part of it, when these things start happening, that is why I said Africa, they don't cherish the word love. When these things start happening, it's emotional on the woman involved. Yes. And before you know, gradually, bit by bit, the love you have for your husband will start reducing. Yes. It will be like you are now managing him, but he's not aware. Everything, all the reasons you saw in him that actually that attracted him to you, everything will just die down. There is nothing that kills emotion like bad attitude. It kills emotion very fast. So now you're not trying to consider a lot of things that, okay, I'm married and it's not going to be nice for me to go back home as I don't want to do it again without competent reasons. Okay, I think I'm pregnant and I have to make this work. And they start taking advantage of that. Okay, this big girl in town, everybody they die for now. Now me don't catch her. I will deal with her. You know, this kind of mentality in African men, may God help us. I really hope and wish that marriage will start working. So let's talk about something else. Consider those things that we've listed. There are people who cannot tolerate those things. There are things, like I mentioned, there are things you can tolerate. You can't tolerate everything. Even a man, there are lots of things a man cannot tolerate from a woman in marriage. At the end of it, he will have to file for divorce. Same goes for a woman. Then they don't mind or care about the children, which is the end product of the marriage. And we know that these children, they are also part of what make up a society. It has social effect on the growth of the kids. So what do you people think about this? It has effect on the kids and also the couples who have parted ways. Long-time effects. So what are those effects that divorce have on the kids, and how do we curb it?
Where do I start from? The effect. It's just that sometimes the kids can make you emotional, like they want to speak to their dad. The only thing I used to console, one thing about me is that I have a forgiving heart. I am forgiving their father. And I didn't give the kids the benefits for them to know that me and their dad are part ways.
Okay.
Yes, that is from my own side. I actually, the father, even up to date, the father have access to my house. They can sit, talk, and me and him, we even talk about personal life. And he's married recently. He got married recently. I allow my kids and their
to
father
bond with their father.
Have a nice bond. They take them. He used to take them out, and that is it. But and I will blame any woman, no matter what the father
has done to you.
Yes, you shouldn't try to take the kids out from their father and start telling them a bad story
about their father.
However bad the story is, keep it to yourself, because it has effect on their mental health. It will affect them mentally. It's not good for them. So I would advise any divorcee that they should not keep the kids out from their daddy, from their father's life. They should allow them bond with their father.
You know, this thing goes both ways, right?
Yes.
There are some people, the men will be the one who will be in charge of the kids. They will use African man energy to get the kids to themselves, and they will prevent the children from having access to their mother.
I've seen a situation like that, like two of it. There was a lady that died 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Because the father, his husband, her husband took the kids away from her. She doesn't have access to the kids. She's so lonely, and it seems she's still in love with the guy, and the guy doesn't even care about this lady again. A very beautiful lady. Guess what? She had a low BP, and
that is
died.
worse than high BP.
She just died like that. A very young, promising lady. She died like that because the father she didn't allow her to have access to the kid. And the second one, I've experienced it before, that the man took away the kids, changed his line. The lady cannot even reach him, and the lady also died. It have a lot of effect. I know that some men are very terrible. The same thing goes to women. But no matter what, this life, we cannot create an enmity between parents. Because it's not easy to have kids for someone. There's still bond there. I allow my own husband to have access to the kids, and they really have a good bonding. Even sometimes my kids do ask me to call the father. Like, they talk. Even me and my ex-husband, we do talk. I didn't have anything against him.
Because what connects, the bond between ex are still there with you. It happens to be your kids.
Yes.
Exactly. You
can't deny them that fact that they need that attention, the love, everything. Even sometimes, do you know my kids shall ask me, "Mommy, why is Daddy not sleeping here now?" I'm just like,
sleeper.
Leave me, leave me. So at some point, there are a lot of questions they will keep asking, but you have to deny them those questions, because if you keep lying to them, or even though if you tell them the fact of what have transpired between you and their father,
it will create hate in their heart.
Of course, it will create hate. They might not even talk, because children of nowadays,
they are very smart.
Very, very smart. So there's no need telling them. Let God should just do the best for us,
and you should just try to be the best that you can.
Yes. So there's no need denying your kids from meeting the father, or the father meeting the
parents
mother.
out there.
So
the love of a father, these two feeling and love that children feel from different parents, that from the father and from the mother, is different. So sometimes when there's a break between the parents, that's the father is absent, or probably it's just the mother taking responsibility of the children. It has a negative effect on some of the children. In fact, a lot of the children, it has a negative effect. Some are affected because the father in the house has a role he plays to play in the life of some of the parents. Like the male parents are always for discipline. They discipline their children, while the female are usually
to teach them how to love.
Yes, teach them how to love, emotions, mental growth and all those. So when there's a lopsidedness in this,
the availability of the parents,
it becomes a problem for the children. So I believe we need to work on it. Like she said earlier, that she permits the father to even though they are divorcees, she still permits the father to come to the house to have access to their children, and that is the commendable one. Yes. So that is what every person should do. Even if you are divorced or not divorced, you should give these children, just for the sake of the children, give them what they need until they grow. Consider the children. These children, you don't want to give birth to a child that will have mental issues. A very little stuff can trigger their mental issues. So that is what I have to say.
I mean, because it really tells.
Jack, we hope to have more of you in a show like this. I hope you will accept our invitation when next we invite you.
Yes.
For sure.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I really enjoyed every bit of this conversation with you. Thank you for joining us. And have a wonderful day.
Thanks.
Oh, bye. So that is that for today. On this week of A Date with Adibahaya, I hope you enjoy every bit of this show. Do contribute your quota to this debate. And if you have a question, kindly drop it on the comment section. You can call us for a collaboration on 081 674 60196. Thank you and bye.